say, other than that, I gotta wait and see what happens at their afternoon meeting and however long it takes me to get an update call after that and see what the plan is. Again, I don't need everybody texting me and email me and tweet me what the bank say, what's the update. If it's something I can tell you, I'm going to tell you. If it's something I need to put out to you, I'm going to put it out to you. If it's something I'm unsure of, and we're still discussing it, and there's more calls to be made of that, I'm not going to put out, 3 different updates while we still trying to put it together, or I still have questions about it. That's not going to happen. So, again, I'm going through the frustration of dealing with them myself. I don't need the frustration of dealing with you while I'm dealing with them, while we're trying to make sense out of it. So I give you the information when I can, the best that I have, and the best way to attack it based on what I get. That's what I do. That's all I can do. Okay? They don't call me and say, Tony, are you ready to go? Do you think we should do it at 6, 7, or 8? I have no input. None. Man. All right. Besides us still being here. And now listen, I'm going to say this right now because I didn't want to say it before. But I can say it right now. I think I'm safe in saying it right now. So way back when Obama was in, way back when they were talking about splitting Iraq in half, because that was the plan. And I told you guys that before. They had already drawn out the map, everything. Redrawn the map of how Iraq was going to be shaped and who would take over what, everything. At that time, when we started We Are the People, there were people who didn't want us to be here and were trying to get President Obama to cut us out. And at that time, he could have. They had time right then to redo the currency, redo everything, so they wouldn't even have to worry about us. They had time to change 13303 to say we no longer could do this or do that. They had time to do that. And he didn't do it. But those people were the guy who was Treasury at that time, didn't want us in it, and one other guy who, at this time, I'm going to say, he certainly doesn't have any more authority. He had some a couple weeks ago, but he doesn't now. Just said we were too much of a bother, we're messing up and everything else. But we're here. We're still here. So as long as 13303 is in place, which it is until May, because now Trump can sign it or not sign it. If he drags it out that long, which God knows we hope he doesn't, we hope this is over with, then we have the same rights and privileges as Iraqi citizens, and we have the right to do this. So you don't even have to worry about it until it comes up in May. All right? So with that, we're in a good spot. Everything's looking good. The rates are still on the bank screens. They still actually have the authorization code. Even as this morning, they still have the authorization code. Only thing they don't have is the go to do it. Now, over the weekend, we still had banks trying to do it. We had one bank try to process a guy 8 times. They put it in 8 times. They're trying to force it through for him, and it wouldn't go through. Today it might. Later this evening it might. Tomorrow morning it might. But they still have it there. They just need that go. So I'm not upset. I am frustrated, but not really upset because I know we still have the opportunity of a lifetime, because that's what this is, the opportunity of a lifetime. And I don't know if I told you guys, but the submariner rate was what? Right, Friday, 73 cents he was offered, right? Right. 73 cents. And that's why I say some of this just sounds crazy. It's just crazy that you could even get that But that's what he was offered at the bank, 73 cents. Now, so he did send me the video of the chart of oil production. And Venezuela has the highest oil production in the world. So maybe it's right. The highest in the world. And who's going to control it is the question. So maybe that 73 cents is justified. All right? So with that, I'm telling you guys, do what I'm going to do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be super fantastic while you're doing it. And share the super fantastic.
Let's do it. Oh, wait a minute. It's not ready yet. Again, the bond side, banker side, group side has been eerily quiet this afternoon and evening. I'm not going to read too much into it until I hear something from somebody I consider credible. Iraq boosts its financial stability with huge stores of dollars and gold in America and Europe. Boy, do I find this one interesting. They keep telling us they're not as, they're pretty much immune from all of the craziness because they have such great reserves. Part of it, U.S. Treasury, some of it bonds, some of it cash, some of it gold. And they spell it out. Country has huge reserves of hard currency, is one of the economically stable countries that can intervene at any time to address imbalances in the balance of payment structure, as it provides an important element in the status of creditworthiness of the country, enhances the credit rating of the country in international transactions, as well as providing cover for its local currency. Why do you think they keep telling us about how sound, stable, and secure it is? It's because they want us to embrace it when they change the value. They don't want the world to blink. Keep paying attention to these guys. Parliamentary integrity, the region. Oh, now we're going to get into the whole herbal fight. And they're spelling out the end of this right now, which is exciting. Parliamentary integrity, the region committed serious violations and did not abide by the state budget. Now, they're going all the way back to 2007 and its effects. Exports, how much Iraq has to lose. There's going to be a few articles this evening. I'm going to leave them. You guys read them if you want to go through them. I think it's important. I'm going to talk about the narrative that they are painting. You guys pick them apart. Enjoy them, read them. To deduct the budget, Kurdistan region delegation carries new proposals for the Baghdad government. Let me translate because, well, things don't translate well from Arabic to American, well, English. They're saying that because of the issues and they want the budget settled ASAP, they are sending a delegation immediately to get this worked out. Baghdad and Erbil have agreed parliamentary consensus to pass the amendment to the budget law soon. Here you go. I should have probably switched these. They're sending a delegation because they want to pass it soon. This session, they're saying, like, this week is what that translates to. Now, why are they pushing? Now, Sudani has suddenly said the reform package revives 1,000 stalled projects, lagging projects in Sudan or Sudani's goals. A number of projects, because they couldn't agree on the budget for the last few years, because they couldn't agree on budget tables, value, etc. They've been holding these for a few years. Stalled projects, waiting for the dollars, which fits why he asked that question. How are they able to do these? They have not been able to do them all. They've started a number. They've tried to pacify the people as they look for a new rate because of the 1310 thing. They're getting ready to restart. And all the big projects, Portofal, Development Road, all of those, and 1,000 stalled projects. Guys, they can't do this without a massive influx of cash. Where does that come from? 730 projects in capital Baghdad alone, where the completion rate in those projects rose from 65 to 70. Some reached 80. They're getting ready to nail all of these. Where's that money coming from? There you go. Herbal going, value change. I believe they are setting the stage. Guys, I think you're getting ready to see it. I'm getting excited about the news I'm reading out of Iraq. Tinkerbell, we're all cuckoo. Good thing is we can be wealthy and cuckoo together when we cross the finish line.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday night. Trump is moving on so many fronts, over 500 major actions devastating the deep state. I can't even keep track of it. But I just saw a report a little while ago from Steve Bannon, and I looked into it. It's absolutely on target. That Trump is using something that hasn't been used in a long time by presidents, but it's in the law and the Constitution, called impoundment. Impoundment. And I'm about to show you what Bannon was saying, where there's over $300 billion of the $1 trillion of the new Green Deal scam, where the Democrats just give it to their friends and then build no infrastructure. It's just a huge Clark-driven boondoggle to collapse the country while they enrich themselves. And there's $300 billion still unspent. So under the law, the new president can freeze that money and not let Congress use it for all the windmills and scams and transgender DEI BS, and get it back into border security and the military and taking care of veterans and paying down the debt and just doing so much more. This is massive. This is what happens when you get a president in power that actually cares about the people. This is seismic impoundment. And they're saying there's hundreds of billions of other money in there that they had in slush funds that Trump is now going to move in and impound. This is massive. This is how you take it to the deep state, cut off their money they tried to put in piggy banks for themselves, not thinking Trump knew about it. He didn't understand this 8 years ago. He knows now that they put all this money away for themselves they can direct around, but not when he's aware of it. This is so huge. Here is Steve Bannon.
On this climate, President Trump, this is impoundment. Okay, we can go back to the feed. This is called impoundment. Remember, we've talked about this. Take your number 2 pencil out. It's a piece of nomenclature you're going to want to keep. Impoundment. They've been banging on Russ Vogt on this. This is a theory, right? Put into practice that the money that's appropriated in the appropriations bill is a ceiling. That the president can come in and impound unspent funds and either use it for different purposes or just kick it back to the Treasury. The president has gone into the Green New Deal fiasco giveaway of Biden, which caused so much inflation. He said, "Hey, there's $300 billion there. All engines stop. I'm impounding that immediately. I'm going to use that and divert it to other things that can be done right away, or just put it back to the Treasury so it doesn't add to the deficit." And they're going absolutely crazy. The Democrats are addicted. As bad as the Republicans are, the Democrats are addicted to vast spending. I think we're coming up now. We're seeing about 3 minutes out.
Dear brothers and sisters, today we gather in spirit and truth to share a clear and encouraging vision of the times we are living in. We are witnessing a historic moment where light is advancing powerfully over shadows, guided by strategic actions and a global alliance committed to the well-being of humanity. President Donald Trump, as an instrument of this change, continues to implement a series of precise moves supported by allied forces tirelessly working for justice and collective prosperity. One of the pillars of this transformation is the implementation of the quantum system on a global scale, a technological and energy revolution redefining what is possible. Alongside this, the exponential growth of tools like blockchain is laying the foundation for a transparent, decentralized, and equitable world. Every decree, every measure, and every alliance established has a clear purpose: to accelerate our transition to an era of abundance where resources flow fairly and opportunities are accessible to all. However, as with every process of renewal, challenges arise. In Latin America, some left-leaning governments elected under narratives of division and control have attempted to hinder the release of funds for specific levels. Countries like Colombia, Venezuela, Bolivia, Chile, Honduras, Peru, Guatemala, Uruguay, and Brazil have faced delays due to structures prioritizing oppression over freedom, scarcity over abundance, and violence over peace. But here lies our certainty. Nothing has stopped. Higher operational levels are already in motion. While resistance persists, the actions of President Trump and his allies are firm and decisive. Diplomatic, economic, and technological pressures applied to these governments are merely the prelude to their inevitable adaptation to the golden age of humanity. The truth always triumphs, and those clinging to darkness will ultimately surrender to the evidence of a world yearning for unity. Brothers and sisters, this is the time to maintain unwavering faith. As you hear this message, global networks continue to expand, breaking censorship barriers and connecting millions with vital information. Additionally, the revocation of previous orders has paved the way for revolutionary technologies such as quantum healing beds to become accessible to everyone. Imagine a future where diseases are a thing of the past, energy is free, and poverty is only a memory. That future is not a utopia. It is a plan in progress. We understand that surface level news may cause doubts, but we invite you to look beyond. Every delay and every obstacle is an opportunity to strengthen our resolve. Leaders resisting change will soon realize there is no force capable of stopping the collective will of a people united by truth. Dear community, you are an essential part of this process. Your light, coherence, and ability to stand firm in hope are the fuel driving this transition. Trust that every step, no matter how small it may seem, is orchestrated with divine precision. Abundance is not a distant promise. It is a reality being built daily with concrete actions and unwavering alliances. Let us keep our focus high, celebrate our achievements, support those who lead with integrity, and remember that together we are unstoppable. The dawn of a new humanity is here, and each of you has a place in this rebirth. With love and certainty, Antonio Diogenes.
There's Cavino on X, 12:32 p.m., January 27, 2025. President Trump ushers in a new golden age.
Today I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end.
President Trump is signing a requirement that federal workers return to full-time in-person work.
To restore confidence and effectiveness to our federal government, my administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female. I will immediately begin the overhaul of our trade system to protect American workers and families. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first.
I love American news. Make America great again. The golden age of America has begun. Okay, so this is really important to listen to. This is Peter Walker. He runs the Nesara show, and his channel on Telegram is Nesara QFS. So he gives some really important information regarding the RV. A message to the members of this channel. In the chat, I see a lot of people complaining that the RV has not happened yet. I know we are all desperate for funds, need medbeds and so much else, yet that would have also been the case if the RV would not be happening. So stop blaming it on the RV. According to my intel, there is a very important reason why the RV has not happened yet. It is to save your lives. What good is money if you are dead? The deep state has been planning a civil war as a last line of defense to stop Nesara happening. They have been importing large numbers of fighting-age men into the USA, Europe, and probably other countries and putting them in hotels. These are military men with instructions to attack people going to the RV appointments, etc. They are ready to be armed and activated. Trump has therefore activated the military to officially arrest immigrants and deport them. That is the cover story for arresting and deporting these mercenaries before they can be activated. The deep state need a civil war, and these arrests are designed to stop that and save thousands of lives. The RV is ready, yet on hold until enough of them have been removed, so that we can go to the RV in safety. Please have patience while this happens. It is for your own safety and well-being. The RV is coming, and its release date has always been event-driven, not tied to a specific date. This will probably take a couple of weeks, I can only guess. Use the time to prepare for your meetings. We will discuss this more on the Nesara show. Just hold tight a little longer. Peter, host of the Nesara show. I'm part of the Hug group on Telegram, and we have regular Zoom meetings. After our Zoom call, we had a private chat with our members, and one of our members is ex-military, and he was talking about being concerned about security. So what he was suggesting is, say for example, in your home, to build a safe room to hold your cold wallet, your cue card. I'm not sure about, because you have to write down your PIN number, your 5-digit PIN number, your username, password, or you can keep it on your brain. But you know what, we forget things. But it's a matter of making sure all that information is stored securely in a locked safe room, or like a huge safe, because someone was asking about what do we do about what type of safe should we buy. So yeah, a safe room that's getting a lot of air coming in, and what he was saying is that he's planning to buy a ex-police station, because it has cells in there, and he can create his own safe room using the cell, and also using, to get into the room, a biometric thumbprint or fingerprint, and a additional security to get into your safe room. So that's just one example. So I thought I would share that to you all. So don't panic, don't worry. That's why Trump's onto these mercenary, evil scum.
For a 1-year penalty, you burn the flag. You burn the American flag, that you go to jail for 1 year. And they say it's unconstitutional, but they have to change it. You shouldn't be allowed to burn the American flag.
This was forwarded from Blazing Press. Breaking news: NVIDIA sheds almost $600 billion in market cap. Biggest one-day loss in US history. Ariel on X. This was forwarded by JR on the Chosen Ones channel on Telegram. A action-packed week ahead. The American revival. Gary Gensler was just apologizing about the case. Now that the digital asset team is in place in Congress, they are now prepared to move forward, and tomorrow they could possibly announce the end of Ripple versus SEC, and we will officially be on our way to the banks. Because what comes next after this? The Iraqi Dinar. People, how many times did I tell you the Iraqi Dinar was for the New Republic? What is taking place on March the 4th? Did you know Congress had originally established March 4th as Inauguration Day? The date was moved to January 20th with the passage of the 20th Amendment in 1933. Do you think this is another reason why Donald Trump's hand was not on the Bible for the US Corp inauguration that the normies needed for their sensibilities? Something to think about. This is a bold statement. Sounds like tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, during Ripple Community Conference, the end of the SEC case might be announced. And today, Ripple got license from New York and Texas, making over 50 license for Ripple. LFGGG. Phil Cook just got off a call with the Ripple team, prepping for XRP Community Day tomorrow, and I can tell you, the stuff we're sharing is going to be pure gold. The world isn't ready for what's coming. So hyped. Posted 2:13 p.m. 127.25. Listen to your intuition. Your instincts will never fail you. Step up in your vibration and stand in your truth.